Hey guys, welcome back. Whew. I just finished, let's see, about 2 hours work in the driveway, preparing to protect the jackfruit and wax jambu and the papayas. Yeah, so let's go and see what I've been up to today. Listen to those birds. They're getting excited for a new season, winter. Not me. So I chose the opportunity to do this today with sunshine, 18 Celsius, and no wind. Well, breezy, just breeze, light breeze. So today's operation was to protect this 9-foot jackfruit, the seedling I've had here for going into the 3rd year, and this papaya, more than anything else, the papaya does not work in Melbourne outdoors in the ground unless you put in a lot of effort, guys, and then it works. But it doesn't. It's not like Sydney or Queensland, where you just plant it and walk off and it gets fruit the following year. It doesn't work like that here. It won't survive, basically, even up against this warm brick and cement. I mean, I've got every condition just perfect here for the papaya, but it's not enough. It's not enough, and it's got its roots well established over the last 7 months, summer and autumn, and it's still not enough. There's a tiny chance it'll survive, but guys, it's going to look so bad. I mean, look at it. Look at all these cold spots. That's just from 1 week of cold. 1 week of cold, and it's already showing the sign that it won't be able to make it to September after 1 week. That is pathetic. That is pathetic for the conditions I set up for it. Yeah. So now we have to go to that next step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. We have to go all the way just for the papaya. The jackfruit, 3 steps is enough for the jackfruit. The brick, the concrete, right? It can make it. There'll be cold damage. There'll be a lot of cold damage at the top, but this part here will be okay. Should be okay, unless we get crazy winter frost. So today's job, as you can see, I've put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stakes. I took out the stakes that were there before, and I put in 6 new stakes with caps, so we don't rip the frost cloth. And we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3 tree protection in one with one cloth. That's the idea. I don't know if these are big enough. They should be. They're the largest cloths I have. Yeah. And if they don't work, they don't work. So what I'm gonna do is wrap the tree like that, the trees, right, on the outside, and then I'm gonna put a second cloth on top of the papaya and leave the jackfruit uncovered. Guys, I can't get up there. I have to jump onto my neighbor's garage and build a hoop. By the way, many of you mentioned hoops in that video I showed about all the frost cloth, all the work I did covering the trees with frost cloth. You said you shouldn't have pruned, you should have used hoops. Well, I forgot all about the hoop option, guys. Not that I forgot. I've never done it. I've never done the hoop option. I've always just gone the easy way by going with tall stakes. Then you don't need a hoop. I never thought about hoops using short stakes. Anyway, see, the thing is, I keep going the easy way, the easiest path. Where's the easy path? Like the way water runs down the gutter, Unlike water, I go down the easiest path. Hoops and loops adds more work. Anyway, so yeah, we're not going to cover the jackfruit. We're just going to cover these two. The wax jambu, which is so happy still. Well, it's because it's underneath the papaya and the mango. That's why it's happy. But this happiness is not going to last long, guys. It'll last till about July. And then July 15, July 20, this happiness will turn into brown ugliness. So that's why I'm taking this measure today, 5-6 weeks beforehand. All right, you know how I like to talk. Yeah, well, I gotta set this up, guys, before I do the work. So, and the other job I'm gonna do today, if I have enough frost cloth, I should have enough frost cloth, is the other papaya. And this is what I did here with this one. I got out the hedge trimmer and trimmed my neighbor's conifer, right? That one there, because it was sticking out. Well, it was sticking out only like 3-4 inches. Didn't really have to do it. I could have pushed the frost cloth into the pine tree, but I didn't want that load on the cloth because it would rip under pressure. So I straightened the pine tree. See how it's straight along the fence? Yeah, with a hedge trimmer. So these are 4 old posts which I had around the jackfruit. And the idea here is to cover this papaya and this acerola, Barbados cherry, 2-in-1, a 2-in-1 job. The black gold jackfruit has got its own little cover. What I could have done is just put these poles over here and then covered all 3. But that's like, I would have needed 2 center poles for sturdiness, right? If I had these poles out here, then I would have needed 2, 4, 6 poles, right? But the advantage would have been that I wouldn't have to see. Now I have to push this in. I have to push these leaves in because I don't want to cut them off. Yeah, same here. I have to push these up, force them up, because these leaves act as frost cloths themselves for the stem. So yeah, that's the job. And I had to prune this acerola. I took about 6 to 8 inches off the top of it because they were exactly the same height as the post. They were up to there. Actually over 6 inches. What am I saying? They were 10 to 12 inches up to here. That's where the acerola was. And I don't want the acerola to touch the frost cloth. Here are the cuttings from the acerola. And also in here, there's also a few mandarin tree branches I pruned. Right, these guys here, that were growing into the acerola, so I chopped them. Okay, so that's the behind the story. I know some of you will say, you shouldn't have trimmed that. You should use cinnamon. Come on, guys. Stop being so anal. I did exactly the same thing last year. This time last year, I butchered the acerola, that one there, and I protected it with frost cloth, and it survived just fine, without cinnamon powder, without any damage to these tips. No damage. It was fine. Okay. Don't go too extreme. Okay, this, by the way, what I'm doing today, I find this is very extreme. For the average person walking past with their dog, they'll think, what the hell's this guy done here? Is this turned his gut into a morgue? Looks like a morgue, guys. I got like frost cloth everywhere. That's what's really extreme, what I've already done. Well, let alone what some of you have said to do. All right, so okay guys, so now it's time to, oh, and by the way, I've run out of steaks. I got no stakes left, and I don't think I'm going to have enough clamps for this job. I had to go to the trees that I covered over there last week and remove 20 clamps, right, from the existing covers. They're expensive, guys. You might see a pack of 3 for $5 and think, oh, it's only $5. Yeah, I didn't buy 3, I bought 103. Multiply that by $5. It's no longer $5 when you buy 100 clamps. So I need another, I don't know, 40? I need 40 more clamps to cover the mangoes. I haven't covered the mangoes yet. You know those 4 mango trees? They're still uncovered. So I'm going to need 20 more stakes and 50 more clamps. Yeah, it's a lot of work and a lot of money. But thankfully I got enough frost cloth, I hope. Okay, let's get this job started with this corner. Okay, I put up what do you call it? Underlay frost cloth that's going to go under, just so that I can get the papaya completely wrapped. Because if I did the big cloth over the whole thing, then I can't cover the top of the papaya. Got it? So this was so the papaya could be covered from the top part of it, the leaves. So now, and as you can see, because I covered the top, the bottom is exposed. So I have to run the second cloth. It's going to cover all this and the jackfruit. So I haven't got many clamps left. Damn it! I've only got like maybe a dozen. Yeah, clamps, guys, clamps. So yeah, very hard getting up there on the garage side to reach. So yeah, this will blow away if we get those 100km/h gusts we got last winter. That's going to be a real pity, but I'm doing my best job I can, guys. The best I can under the circumstances, because these are tall. This is 2.4 meters, so we're talking about 7 to 8 feet. These stakes. Geez, I need more. I need more clamps. More clamps. Let's see. The back's not covered. Well, it's covered only up to maybe here. Yeah, so almost half the back is covered, and the bottom half is not covered at the back. But like I said, I'm going to try and run a second cloth over all this. That is not over, around it. So we're not going to go over, we're going to go around. I just hope I got enough. Let's try it. Well, it certainly looks long enough. This is what I used to cover the jackfruit last year. And that one there, I used to cover the Bowen mango seedling, which I'm not going to protect this time because I don't have enough cloth or clamps or stakes or anything. Guys, it's a 6-year-old mango, come on. So let's see if I can wrap this around that there. Jeez. And remember, I'm doing this all alone, and it's breezy. It keeps flapping as I try to do the job. Wow. Done. Whew. So now because of the second wrap around, the papaya and the wax jambu got a back cover too, right? A proper cover at the back. So it's the papaya and the wax jambu now are completely covered all the way around, and the top, because of that second cloth. The jackfruit, it's getting 1.5 wraps. That is a double here in the front and a single at the back with a brick wall is. So it's completely covered also, wrapped, but it's missing out on the the complete top cover, right? Can't go up there, guys. I can't go up there. So let's see, 9 feet. It's gonna be covered for 6 feet roughly, and the other 3.5, maybe 4 feet, 3.5, I don't know, 3 to 4 feet will be exposed. So it's 9 or 10 feet, the tree. Yeah, sorry, that's the best I could do. And I completely ran out of clamps and stakes. So, and I need clamps to finish off here. I need to put another clamp here. Clamp here. Well, it's got a clamp on the inside. I clamped the inner cloth and I clamped the outer cloth. So I had to use like 20 clamps. Yeah. Just for this job here, I used 20 to 25 clamps, guys. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. No. When we have 100 km/h wind gusts in winter, those 4 clamps won't hold this. You need 24 clamps. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. And forget about clothes pegs or clothes pins. These here just jump off. I've tried it, guys. They jump off. Like, it'll go in and then it comes off. That doesn't happen with these. These do not come off unless you touch them. Like if you touch them, if you slap them, then they'll come off. These come off with the wind. The wind, when this is moving, these go chook, and they come off. So these are useless except for reinforcement, like secondary backup. Let's see. Yeah, I've got this here. This is the second cloth, right? So that's loose. It's too loose. So I need to fix this up and make it. I just need another clamp right there to make this what do you call it? Tight. Yeah. So a small little finish for that. I guess I can use one of these two. I really didn't need 2 clamps here, but I wanted to reinforce the center, which is the heart of the whole structure. Yeah, so that's it. I can't do anything else today. This next job here, that's the cloth for the next job. It's gonna have to wait until we go out and get more. I've got the stakes, I've got the cloth. I need clamps. I haven't got clamps for this operation. Yeah, guys, I haven't got clamps. All right, that's the video for now. 20 minutes. Gee, I did well today. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish this with another, I don't know, 20 clamps, and then we have to go to the back and do the mangoes. 4 mango trees in 1 wax jambu. I'm not covering the Rollinia, and I'm not covering the Sapodilla. Well, I might do the Sapodilla because I've got a lot of frost cloth, guys. I've got a lot of frost cloth, so I might as well use it. But I haven't got bloody stakes. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps for anyone that's thinking about protecting their trees. You really do need to protect these in Victoria, South Australia, Tasmania, southern New South Wales, south of Sydney. In Sydney, you don't need to cover any of these unless you're near the Blue Mountains. Give me a like, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you from the next one. Boy, I'm tired. How long did that take? 3 hours for one bloody tree. Oh, well, for one job. That took 3 hours. But I also did other work today. I moved a lot of chop and drop and gave them to the feijoas. More chop and drop under there. To the lime. More chop and drop. There you go. It's hard to see it. It's all stashed under there. And to the orange and to the feijoa here. Yeah. So I did 1 hour's work before I started the frost cloth operation. Yeah. All right, guys. Over and out. Yeah. It's the only way, guys. It's the only way with these bloody jackfruits and papayas and baby mangoes. Hey, did you notice that I'm not going to cover this mango at all? Why is this not getting covered? And they are. Guys, you have to use common sense. The reason that's not going to get covered is because it's 10 years old. Now, the jackfruit might be taller, but it's only 3 years old. Or 4. Maybe, this is its 4th year, because when I got it, it was up to here. So, it was up to there, right? 5 feet. And so it should have been, 2 years old by then, and that was 3 years ago. 5. Yeah, that's a 5-year-old jackfruit. It's not ready for prime time. It's not ready to do what the mango's doing. But next year, well, we'll see how it goes this winter. If it pulls through without a top, last year I put a top on it, and the year before that I put a top on it, a cap, like I did with the papaya here. If these do not get burnt this winter, these leaves, I'm not going to protect the jackfruit next winter. I mean, it doesn't really hurt to cover the sides, right? That's not hard. For the wind, the cold wind that blasts down here, but not for frost protection. I just can't go up there. All right, guys. What's the reward? The reward after all that work is this. Homegrown, Melbourne-grown jackfruit, papaya, and mango. That's the reward for all this work. We're not doing this for fun. This is not, by the way, this is not fun for me. All right, guys. See you later.